Well, hello. Welcome everyone to our review of the RPG map.
The hell's going on over there?
The cat almost threw up, so I had to get him out of the room. Okay, so yeah, false start. So welcome to the Grid RPG map. It's been 2 weeks since we launched this event, and it seems it's time to wrap it up. And we're gonna do a review of this monster. Yeah, as you can see, this is the grid scenario we have. It's a bit bigger than usually. The default is 2 chunks in size and 5 tiles border, but this one is 3 chunks in size, so 96 tiles on the side, and the 6 tile. Six tiles wide entrances through the grid. It also has the diversity module enabled. This is the mixed ores. So as you can see, this was quite a bit of interesting, especially the amount of coal we had to deal with. Yeah. And in general, yeah, the ore distribution was quite challenging, to be able to use it. Also, a fun thing, dirt path, code by Milan. As you can see, we have walked the desert. Yeah, Alex is. Alex
That was a
is
project.
walking. As you can see, it changes the terrain while you walk. And yeah, so and biters were pretty set up to be pretty aggressive, so lots and lots of defenses, as you can see. Also, the logistic network is just huge, and yeah, this is ridiculous. although not the biggest I have ever seen, but this is definitely using some server resources to run, so not. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Tiny bit. Yeah, so as you can see, we do have some rail network, and we gonna see it in more detail, but actually not that many trains running around. But research-wise, basically, artillery range 7 is quite nice. And the 100 mining productivity, some worker speed 14. So this is quite a lot of research has been done on it all. Yeah, some damage upgrades. Now, so let's go and review the whatever we have here. So here's a train. Come to Papa. Let's make a wagon. Yeah.
There we go.
This is our spawn point. And let's go to the base. Yep, this didn't go quite as far as I thought. well, let's start with the source. Yeah, the mining.
That would be up way over here.
Yeah, so I see a lot of belt base started to be. So here the trains come in, and as you can see, it's mixed ores, so everything is being sorted and put to on the actual express belts. We actually used to have a belt-based mining and sorting.
I have a blueprint if you would like to see that.
Yeah, actually we should, because yeah, we can show the early shenanigans we had. So let's go and see how it actually looked.
Oh god.
I need...
Let's see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, that's the monstrosity we were looking for. There's some things in the way, but that is the original sorter, or that's the one that I built.
Well, we kind of
taking
building started with small and yeah, went up to the NT as much as was possible. So yeah, this is, as you can see, ore sorter. We fed it we started. We had a mining tile here full of ore, and we fed it into sorters. First, it was like small sorter. It actually took.
It was only a four or 5
and
lane
it was
one, I
like
believe.
this big, and then then Zragan developed something akin to this, but a little bit less impressive, and this one I believe is like version 2 or version 3.
This is version 3 of the sorter.
We ended up with this monstrosity, and as you can see, it filtered the ores, iron, coal, copper, and everything else, and this got fed to the smelting arrays. So let's go to this.
Yeah, and then coal was exported down towards the bottom, and copper up towards the top. This is about 3.4 thousand blue belts worth.
Yeah, quite a big project, and yeah, we had to downstream. We had to work a lot on like excess storage and balancing, because ores were not balanced. So especially the amount of coal that was produced, we had to prioritize and figure out the ways to use it. Actually,
yeah, huge coal storage.
Yeah, I built the coal cracking, so we actually used coal cracking as primary oil source, because otherwise we would drown in coal. It was not possible to play otherwise. Yep.
Watch the trains. So yeah, this is all bot based now. This was done by a couple people. Mostly Brian.
Zwerk did a lot of.
Or Brainstem.
No, also I see Zwerk. At least he plays lots of roboports.
Yeah, a lot of the robots were done by Zwerk, but a lot of logistics was done by Brainstem.
No.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, Tribs did a lot too, as well. I think Tribs was the one that started doing the conversion over to bot-based, and then everybody kind of just chimed in. Not quite sure what this big counter is here, though. I never got a chance to ask him that.
Probably the amount of ore. Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Where is it wired to? Let's see...
Somewhere. Oh yeah, it's the amount of ore in the system.
Okay, so yep, so this was the sorter before that we showed you. Now it's bot based and much more efficient, but actually less belts are going in here.
And then we have the massive storage cell right here, which is a absolute ton of storage chests, and they're all wired together. That had to have taken a long time.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was done via blueprints. It would be insane to wire this by hand. Yeah, so so this is one of the original smelting arrays which we built up. So this is and it's being fed by bots at this, and before it was actually fed by quite a system of braided belts, but I don't think there's well, kinda.
The copper is still being fed by braided belts.
Actually, output is also braided for this. Oh yeah, so this is braided belts kind of output. So it manages to squeeze how many? 3, 6,
9 belts, I think it was.
No, it looks 8.
It's 9
sure?
belts.
I count 8. 3, 4, 5,
2,
6, 7, 9. Yeah.
Oh no, it's 8. It's 8.
Yeah, actually, there is trick that you can do with red and yellow belts also, but it requires quite a bit of space to unspool it. So yeah, this is actually probably a bit more efficient, and we can use more space to actually do smelting. Yeah, well, and from there, just general production of stuff. Like it's also kind of spaghetti type of.
It's a little how you doing. I'm actually really proud to say that my my belt machines made it through all this, even after all reconstruction.
Yeah, well,
this is one of the first few things that we placed down, or that I did.
Actually, someone redid it because no. Oh, actually, that's me. Yeah, they removed some inputs, but I actually they.
Yeah, I know you added more iron.
Yeah, basically these 6 up here. I think I did even 9, but yeah, people removed it and made belts and rearranged belts here and stuff. So yeah, it's still doing the belt production. Not as fast, but oh well. Yep.
It's still working.
It just doesn't have enough iron being fed to it. Yeah. So here's some high-tech science got switched to bot-based production. I see. Yeah, this got cleaned up quite a lot. So this is. I think before here was like belt production or something. It was a big mess.
It was some kind of mall here.
Well, this part didn't change much. This is basically more or less stayed the same. Just got moduled.
Yeah.
And people added beacons here, so this kind of was rebuilt down here. But in general, yeah, a bit of belt weaving and feeding from other sides. Here's.
And then heading down a bit more from that, we have rocket fuel and control units.
I actually haven't seen that yet.
They're right down here. All beaconed up and bot based.
Oh, no, this is. Yeah, so this is. This isn't.
And a whole lot of speed
modules and all that stuff. Yeah, but.
That fun
it's partially bot based, partially belt based, so a nice mix of both. Oh yeah, it doesn't help that there's basically no way to. You kind of could add probably a belt here, but you can't really pass the speed modules into here where it needed. So that's a good constraint to have, so people figure out hybrid systems. Like here, it's basically people made a big mess. This is done by trial and error for sure. this is definitely not planned.
Yeah. I'm sure if I go down these lines, I'll find some iron
Maybe.
at the end of these.
Yeah. Oh, plastic deliveries done by train, so oil got... Yeah, oil probably is gonna be the messiest part. That, at least I made sure of it. But
yeah. And then we have our 4 our rocket silos, which are all networked in. So if the space science goes below a certain threshold, it launches all 4 rockets.
So it's a bit of wiring. Great. Yeah, so this is, as you can see, red production is all over the place and is kind of localized for many things.
Yeah, there's some here, there's some there, and I have a bigger one up by oil processing. I believe is still there.
Yeah, this is some kind of.
If we move up from here, we have a bunch of the research grid, which has changed a bit since the last time I saw that.
Oh, nice. So someone redid this.
It's all sort of center feed.
Oh, turbols.
And this actually works pretty well too. It's nice and quick. So moving up, we get more red production. It looks like. Yeah, this is my kind of a mine. It's been changed.
Oh, I like these. Although, isn't it? Oh, you added speeds. Just use speed modules, so it can feed actually 8 of them. Yeah, because the.
Yep, this is my my flower of reds, which I put down here. And, I did a single line of this blue. Looks like somebody added a bunch more to it.
Yeah, this is quite a lot of built weaving and doing. Well, it's not spaghetti. It's too organized for spaghetti.
I think the next tile is a little bit more spaghetti to the right. That's pretty how you doing.
Okay, did this. Yeah, it didn't really help. Yeah, yeah, just accumulator banks. Some yeah, these are UPS unfriendly, so people have disabled them, and we have 2 UPS friendly reactors way up there. Yeah, so these I believe was Ragan's designs, which were just reused, but yeah, these are much more UPS friendly, so we actually use nuclear power in conjunction with the... Oh, for some reason this is not connected to anything. Why? Oh, power switches. Yeah.
Okay. Switched? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not really needed also, so yep, great. Let's go to oil then. Yep.
Oh god.
Finally squeezed through.
Oh no. Do we still have the massive oil storage?
That's gone.
Did somebody take that down?
If you look at the map, there is even a note left. Where was it? Yeah, it's near the UPS unfriendly reactors. Don't rebuild it.
Yeah, do not rebuild. It destroys performance. It really does.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
So just to give you an impression, this tile was oil tanks, all oil tanks, everything. So I don't know how much it was, but I'm guessing probably 300 or 400 tanks at least.
Yeah, it was the entire
full of oil, completely full. So people, I don't know if people drained it or just nuked it, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh no, this was bad idea to go this way.
Yeah, well, this is just a mining tile, so people mine stuff here.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Stop.
let's go back. Just go just go
It's
through
not worth
rails.
it. It's not worth it.
It's easier.
Alright, I'm down at oil. Oh, it's been cleaned up a bit. A little bit.
Actually, oil. This was the original oil area. Here. This part, yeah, still basically it's pretty much the same.
This is still pretty messy. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to squeeze in some of these things. Actually, oh yeah, my lubricant production down here is still these three I added, and then I wired everything, and the horrible underground pipe weaving right here to the coal liquefaction.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, the coal liquefaction is all used still. It's all still
and
it's
prioritized. So I have a pump here, which only enables when there's not enough petroleum gas, and so yeah, it's primarily comes from coal. So that's how we at least try to use lots of coal, and still actually not using it all. Yeah, it needs. It's not even a full. Not a full belt of. Oh, actually, people have added. So it uses more than a full belt of coal. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh my god.
Don't play on the tracks.
It was just so fast, man. Okay. Alright, well, good thing I have admin cheats.
Yep. Yeah, right here, an admin, so.
Oh my god, again. My god, again.
You know there's an invincibility one?
Yeah, you know, I forgot that existed. That's my bad.
So, well, basically there's still... Oh, okay, it's cut off, so it doesn't work. Yeah. But that's leftovers. Some logistics storage additional. Nice pattern. So next, oh yeah, that's next. Probably plastic production.
I was gonna mention that after all the time on this map, we have never standardized like our mining grids.
I don't think it's really possible because, well,
I started. Yeah, the grids are not perfect squares, which makes rotational symmetry a pain in the ass.
I know.
But I had blueprints. I started a book, but like...
Yeah, it's for some reason it's hard to make it because it doesn't Factorio on the inside doesn't deal with integer numbers, so you actually work with kind of floats. Yeah, it's a bit weird. The grids are 96, 96, but the placement of the of the entrances into the grid skews it one tile. One side is one tile short, one side is one tile longer, so it's kinda not perfect. I don't know. Maybe if I debug it a bit more and develop, maybe I can figure out a way. Okay, where's... Ah, plastic is to the side.
Chief.
Plastic production. That's basically the only place I haven't seen. Yeah, it doesn't help that it's night now. It's actually it's missing fuel. Not enough.
We have a fancy looking. We have a fancy logistics storage cell. Looks very nice.
Yeah, I already saw that. So I see it's primarily coal cracking. We don't even use like oil at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's all coal. This was a very fun map, I have to say, though. It was a nice challenge.
Okay. Yeah, for review purposes, better make it a day all the time. Yeah. So this is plastic production. There's definitely not enough coal coming in.
Yeah,
so that's something someone needs to figure out.
Yeah, it's all coal based, which is nice, I guess.
Well,
because that's where all the coals go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Makes it easier.
Oh wow! Look at this nice belt loop for this track.
So someone wanted to. Someone needed to route the rails and couldn't. I don't get it.
And they made it work. They couldn't do it right, so they made it work.
Why?
I really want to watch a train go through this.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe some train is coal for plastic coal pickup. Yeah, Santa train here. Let's see. Well, I'm guessing it's because they made it so the train can actually wait for the... Yeah, so it can wait if the tracks are being used. Probably for that, but yeah.
I think it was just like at an awkward place, the unloader, that they couldn't just like connect it
to
the main
well,
system.
you can switch just right away, like peel here and do this, and it would work perfectly. God damn
it! Hey, you know there's a button called invincibility.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
You can just teleport
to there. Then it's actually a good idea. No, player manager, teleport. Yep.
There you go. I'll protect you. I'll stay on the track here. It worked.
Yeah, shields. So, anything interesting? Well, mining tiles are not really interesting, I'm guessing. There's not much more going on. So, yeah.
You've seen everything?
Yeah, it's quite small. I kind of expected it to be bigger.
Yeah, it got pretty compact, honestly. I love the map marker saying "iron here," just screaming at us. Yes, okay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking next map, probably without or scrambling, just regular or. I'm thinking that maybe do the grid again. And to the generator god for power. Or maybe not, or maybe, I don't know, maybe not do the grid. And maybe do dangerous. Someone lost some stuff here.
I don't know how that happened, but sure. Oh, you know what? My power armor broke. That's what happened.
Okay.
Does this mean we can nuke the map now? No.
Yeah, not on the server, because this is actually getting uploaded to Joestix, and he's the guy who's doing the time lapses. So this whole map should be time lapsed. Actually, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Let me see on the server how much saves do we got. 45 gigabytes of saves.
Oof. Yeah, I tried getting a Google Map style picture, but I never got it to work. I didn't have time.
Yeah, he's got a lot of processing and things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are up to autosave 1274.
Oh
yeah, it's autosaving every 10 minutes, I believe. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, this was a fun map. I like the challenge of ore sorting was a nice one.
Yeah, also I'm thinking what to do to make it actually fun, but a different type of so you don't really need to. Well, I can actually maybe use a soft modded or so. Oh, he had a trains got stuck.
I thought you were running away from the belts. Come on, you have one job.
Yeah, too many exoskeletons. Yeah. So my initial idea for the new map is Dangerous, Generator God. I thought maybe do Grid again, but I don't know if Grid is a good idea. There is also actually we have also Maze.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
Yeah, let me see the modules. Yeah, we have a labyrinth, Hexy Maze. We can also do the the jungle one with the trees.
Oh, fuck trees. You know how much I hate trees. We've been over this. Yeah, like a maze map with Generator God?
And make it dangerous, so that's the wars. It's a field of war where you can't build on the war. Right. Yeah.
Alright. Why are we... What the hell? Is that you? Oh. Can't tell.
Yeah, this is fun. If you stand a bit. More in the center, it's a bit more smooth.
How do I even drop things in the ground?
Begin into hand and Z.
Yep.
Yeah, this snake thing, it's interesting. Okay, so yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and we're gonna go think about doing a new map, and this is it for this review. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.